Well, that was a little disappointing. It's January 9th, Sunday, 9:12 p.m., and I'm just walking out of, what the heck was the name of it? The Casual Pint. So, yeah, it's a little neighborhood bar and integrated into this mixed-use place here. It's got apartments at the top and businesses at the bottom. But, yeah, they're closing right now. Said they're going to be, they usually close at 8 o'clock. They're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. So, wow, that is so not bar hours. I mean, pretty much every bar I know stays open until the state makes them close at 2 o'clock. But apparently that place just doesn't get enough business to justify staying open. Wow, pretty disappointing. Yeah, I don't see me going back there with a card. Although I did see a sign that they host trivia there. But who knows? Oh, fuck me. There goes the 16. Wow. Oh, damn it. I should have double-checked that bus. And now I'm stuck walking. So I'm sure the next 16 isn't going to be for another 30 minutes. Damn it. Damn it. Well, supposedly Rob will have my car done tomorrow. Yeah, sure that's not happening. Oh well, this is my lot in life, to be a fucking pedestrian. Oh. So yeah, I had a good time over at Bullock's working on my music. For the most part, I just really kept to myself in the little DJ box. Did it a little bit different than I normally do. The extra TV that they let me hook up to on Thursday, at the end of my show Thursday night, I propped it up on the countertop there, and I connected to that instead of my little screen on the tripod for previewing videos, which worked out really well. It did take a little bit of extra effort, but I feel it was worth the effort. As usual, when I connected to it, Windows decided that it wanted to make that TV, because every time there's a different arrangement in TVs, it just always wants to make the TVs the location of my desktop, and it always completely rearranges my icons to do that. And then in the process of going to my video settings and telling it no, make the monitor my primary desktop, I end up having to completely rearrange all my icons, which is a bit of a time suck, but I kind of thought that might happen, so not the biggest inconvenience, but still kind of an annoyance. I don't understand why by default Windows always does that whenever there's a different configuration on the HDMI port, when there's always the same monitor on the DVI port. And that's my primary desktop. And it's also the primary, the primary video output as well, because when I boot, that's where my BIOS and my initial boot screen shows up. So it seemed like a no-brainer that would be where my desktop would be, unless I'd told it something else, which I never have. I'm always switching it back to that one. But yeah, sure shit, my login shows up on the TV, and that took a little bit of effort. Now it is an older TV. I believe it's a plasma screen, an old Panasonic. I couldn't say what year it's manufactured, but it's definitely over a decade old. It's new enough to have HDMI though, so that's something. But I did have an issue with it that I have occasionally had with older TVs on the video card that's in my karaoke computer, and that's where it boots, it detects it, clearly it's detecting it, but there's nothing on the screen. And the workaround for that is to run HDMI from my video card to my distribution, my active distribution unit, which I always keep in my suitcase, and then run the output of that into the TV. And then once I put that in place, it booted, no problem. Of course, it booted with the login screen on the TV, had to log in, rearrange my desktop, rearrange my icons, do-da. So yeah, I'd have probably gotten started a little quicker if I were my monitor, but it's nice that I'm configured to boot that way. Generally speaking, if I ever do one configuration, it always seems to remember it. So if I ever reboot to that configuration, it should just boot right up without an issue with the icons just how I left it. Worked on the main artist I worked on. Started with my wow, that's interesting. Gotta love bizarre public art. Anyway, what I started with is I opened up my download window from Firefox, and generally that'll show whatever it'll have all my most recent purchases from Karaoke version. There's a couple other sites that I also buy individual karaoke downloads from, but those always come as zip files, and I always immediately unzip them and then make sure to put the artist in the title in the resulting directory that they unzip into, which of course gets them off of that download. Whereas the downloads from karaoke version, they come as MP4 files, so they're still there. But generally speaking, anything that's on that list is stuff that, oh wow, more cool public art. This one's a lot better than that last one. Nice. So it usually opens up stuff that I've recently added and stuff that I'm a little more excited about. It tends to be things that people have recently asked for, or things that have been recently released, like karaoke version, that I was interested in. And right at the top of the list was the new single from Ari Lennox, and checked her discography, and that single's actually doing really well on the charts, which is the first thing from her to have any like major chart success. I've been following her for a few years. I really like her music. It's just pretty straight, just good, straightforward female R&B stuff, without any of the cliches that modern pop tends to tarnish that genre with. And of course, the chart she's charting highest on with her new single, which is called Pressure, is the adult R&B chart. Go figure. Anyway, that's pretty on point for the crowd I get at Bullock, so definitely added that right away. I did have somebody ask to sing a different song from her, not Pressure, but whatever, I'll take what I can get. That's the first thing I've ever seen available from her for karaoke, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Got that added, and then while I was at it, I was already sitting on the video for that, and had already converted it, and I remember playing it at least once. So I got that in the library, and then while I was at it, got a couple more videos from her. So I'm gonna try to put her a little bit more into into the mix of music that I play there on Thursdays. I think that's one of those artists that'll probably, even if people aren't as familiar with it as other stuff I play, I think people will dig it and probably even come up and be like, hey, who is that? That's cool, like that. So just going through my five inbox directories, searching for Linux, also showed up with some Annie Linux, and I realized it was sitting on a high definition version, already converted, just needed to be filed and put away. Video for Annie Linux, No More I Love Yous, so that's pretty cool. I don't see me playing that a whole lot, if ever, in Bullocks, but it's definitely something that I wanted in my library. And then after that, since I had been searching for Pressure, which is the name of the new Ari Lennox song, to see if I had the video already or had the song downloaded already, which I did. Because I sometimes when I forget to do that, I'll find myself downloading the song to compare it to the karaoke, and then realizing that I wasted the time downloading and converting it because I'd already downloaded it and converted it. So, which I'm glad I did that, because I did already have it ready to play. Got that done quick. Anyway, by searching for Pressure, I also brought up a karaoke version I had for a song which I was not familiar with, but a song also called Pressure by Paramore, which turns out is their very first single, which was not successful, but Paramore went on to be very successful later and has a hell of a fan base. Definitely somebody had asked me to sing that because I had kind of a random homebrew version that I downloaded from YouTube and had already made a conversion of, so obviously I had played that for somebody to sing along to. That was pretty low quality, didn't even keep it, just deleted that and deleted its source and before file. But I did have two much better quality versions, one from CC Karaoke, Christopher Call's Karaoke, and then the other one from Lemmy Caution. And honestly, I didn't find either one to be notably better than the other. And in fact, I kind of expect they both used exactly the same audio. But I went ahead and went with the one from Christopher Call, just because it just seemed to be a little bit cleaner video. I mean, just like the way it looked on my system, it just seems to look a little better. So I went with that, and then was kind of surprised to find out just how much Paramore I was sitting on, and I just did nothing but Paramore the rest of the night, other than a couple other random videos that I was sitting on that I recently converted that I went ahead and put away while Paramore stuff was converting. But yeah, I ended up adding 9 Paramore songs. Not a single one I was familiar with, all either unsuccessful singles or album tracks, but all solidly good songs. I mean, Paramore's a decent artist. I've never heard a bad Paramore song. So I don't know when these will get sang, but I'm sure somebody will eventually be excited to see that I have them. So yeah, kind of a random fun thing to add. So yeah, nine more Paramore songs added today. So all in all, fairly productive day. As far as building on my karaoke library, well, I made it down to Indian School. That didn't take too terribly awfully long. Oh shit! There goes the light. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Head over to the bus stop. Oh, hole in the sidewalk there. Ouch. And hopefully the Indian school bus comes along soon, because I don't really feel like walking all the way home from here or waiting a really long time in this neighborhood. Although this is certainly an intersection I've spent a lot of time at, between that Circle K, about a half mile from Lily's old school. So yeah, this used to be a regular stop for her and I after school, after I pick her up after school, and we'd often go kill time over that Goodwill as well. I bought so much cool shit from that Goodwill. It's kind of hard to see, but there's the sign. Yeah, there's Goodwill in the back of that strip mall over there. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for coming with, and yeah, like and subscribe. There'll be more of this nonsense later.